Hi, welcome to Roseopalknits, a crafty channel.
This is episode 134, and I'm Daphne.
And I'm Erica, and we are a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law duo from Delaware. So hey, how you doing? Welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for choosing to spend some more of your free time with us. And if you are new here, we hope you stick around. You like what you see. So this is Roseopalknits, a crafty channel. On this channel, we like to talk about the crafty things we get into. Mainly it is knitting, crochet, and cross stitch, but we try lots of stuff. I am the mother-in-law, and I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We have 4 kids, 3 boys. Holden is 28. He'll be 29 this year, so. Thomas is 21, and Ralph is 16. Mary Rose, our daughter, is 8.
I'm married to our oldest. We also have 4 kids. We have 3 boys also and a daughter. Mason is 6. Theo is 3. And Isaac is almost 2. He'll be 2 in May. And Paisley is 4. Mm-hmm. I feel like the birthdays are like almost here.
Yeah.
So it's like tripping me up.
We're going to enter birthday season.
Isaac's is the start of birthday season, I would say. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I know yours is like the month before. No, yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Mason's is February, and then it's yours, and then it's Isaac. But then after Isaac, it is literally like back to back: Tom, Holden, Paisley, Ralph, Theo. Mm-hmm. Like literally within 2 months, we have 5 birthdays. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And it goes quick. Yeah. So as soon as it gets like right here in the springtime, like we have spring weather here right now. Mm-hmm. Once it gets here, it feels like it's birthday season, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And it's like, as soon as it starts, it doesn't stop. Mm-hmm. So.
Yep. It's true.
I feel like we always get tripped up, like right back here. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's like, wait a minute. Because, like, first birthday hit, and we're like, they're coming. They're coming. They're all going to change.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and we are homeschooling families, and so all the kids are outside. Well, from Ralph down, they're all outside. And
well, Tom and Holden aren't kids anymore.
They are my kids.
Yeah, but they're adults now, so.
They're my kids. Yeah. So today
I meant like when you said all the kids, like they didn't count.
Well, we just listed all the kids, even with Holden and Tom. So all the kids that we listed from Ralph down are all outside.
Yeah, that's true.
And today is Wednesday, March 12th. It is 2:25 in the afternoon, and this is probably going to be a short episode because we both only have 3 projects each.
2 of mine are the same, just different yarns.
Oh, okay. And but before we get into that, just real quick, we do have show notes in the description box below where you can find us on Instagram, RAVELRY, our website, the link to our Discord group, which is free to join, and that's where we host all our knit-alongs and make-alongs, and we do have a couple going right now. Also the link to our Ko-Fi, where your generous donations help us to send out prizes and giveaways for those knit-alongs and make-alongs. And our spread shop, where we sell merch, and
I think we have one going right now, right? No, the free standard shipping is March 20th to the 25th.
Yep. And if we name any makers with YouTube channels, I try to remember to link those down there below as well. So let's get into it. I don't have any finished objects.
I do for once. Sorry, I bumped the camera a little bit. My sock blockers fell. But this one stayed in this Fountain State Stitches bag. And it is just a pair of vanilla socks for my husband that have been on the needles forever. I feel like these were summer sock camp of last year, but I can't remember.
Maybe.
And, but they, like I said, they're fingering weight vanilla socks. So it is a 72 stitch on a US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needle. And it's a 1x1 rib. This heel flap does not have slip stitches in it, and then a wedge toe. So basically it's just stuck in it, you know, just leave out the slip stitches, you know. And so the toe, I ran out of yarn, which is kind of a bummer because it was like a full 20 grams, and this is how much I had left. Like, I could maybe make it around, but I feel like I'll show you in a minute why there was something off about the skein.
Mm-hmm.
Because that skein's fine. And I'll show you in a minute. I might run out on that one too. But I don't know what the mini was. That one was from you, right?
Didn't you say you realized for a while there that you were knitting the heel flaps short? So that might contribute to it.
Yeah,
too.
but this one's not short either. And that one has the slip stitches.
Oh, okay.
And this one isn't. So I don't know. I don't know. Something about the yarn was off, or me knitting. Something about it was off.
That wouldn't bother me at all, because I'd be like, oh, okay, this is my right sock and this is my left. I don't know. I would like.
I told him, I was like, I'm not doing anything. If I have enough yarn, it's just going to be like that. And the reason I said if I have enough of the green yarn is because I used this Lambswoman Knits in the Green Giant, which is, I bought the 50 gram skein. So it was only 230 yards. And normally, he wears a men's size 13. And he has very wide feet too. So it takes a lot of yarn to knit him a pair of socks, you know. So I knew I could get him a pair of socks with a full 50 grams and a 20 grams. But then it was making me nervous. I ended with this much yarn. Like, so I told him I probably won't be doing heels, toes, and cuffs anymore for him. I'll probably just do the cuff, the heel in the main yarn, because I have multiple pairs of socks already started for him, and I don't want to run into this problem because I'm pretty sure I'm going to, but not a whole toe.
Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, vanilla socks, they're done, and there's a reason that I finished these so quickly, and you guys will see it later. I'm so excited. I think they're all gonna get cast on at once.
Oh, okay.
For no reason. But yes, that's my finished object, which he needed more socks anyways.
All right. Well, I have 2 pairs of socks to talk about, so I'll go ahead and talk about one, I guess. In this Red Lady Creates Valentine Known bag is my sock that I call my Chris Ralph sock, because I cast it on originally for my husband, but then my husband made a snarky comment about how he needed more socks, and so I said, you know what, he really doesn't. So not at this one.
My husband's different about it though. Yeah. He's like, give me more, please. I'm like,
well, Chris still wears like store-bought socks too.
Oh, Holden doesn't even carry them.
Yeah.
My husband's a truck driver, so he packs bag and he's gone for a couple days. He doesn't even pack store-bought socks anymore. He's like, I only want the hand knits. So
yeah, well, Chris still wears he still wears them often, actually.
Yeah. Not at all.
So
you.
Anyway, he really doesn't need any more hand knit socks.
Yeah.
And my son Ralph recently said he wished he had more pairs. So I just transferred these socks over to my son Ralph, and I'm knitting them 2 at a time. Vanilla socks. I think I did like 12 rounds, maybe 10 or 12 rounds, 1 by 1 ribbing. And since this is the progress, not much, I don't know, 1.5 inches, maybe?
Yeah, roughly.
Will you hold them?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So this is Knitted Wit.
Oh, it's so soft.
And it is one of the National Parks colorway. It is, I don't know, Apostles National Shoreline. Oh, wait, look, the tag is in
I was
here.
going to say, you don't have it? Normally you do.
So it's a Knitted Wit sock, and it is Apostle Islands National Lakeshore. And I did buy it in the sale bin at our local yarn store, which is also linked below, as well as our local needlework shop. So, but anyway, it's so pretty. And I did like 30 days temperature sock knitting, which I let the last digit of the temperature, which is in the ones column, if you you know, pick which sock I worked on for 30 minutes a day. So this one, I can't remember how many days I worked on it, but this one, you know, I worked on it for 30 minutes for several days, and that's as far as I got. I always feel like I don't make that much progress, but then I have to remind myself, you're knitting 2 at a time.
Yeah, if you were
and it's
knitting
only
the
30
one
minutes.
sock,
yeah.
No, you would have been at least in the heel.
Yeah.
You know?
So, but anyway, that is that. It's on a US 2, which is a 2.5 millimeter needle, and I cast on 68 stitches.
2.
Yeah.
That's not not a 2.5. That's a 2.75. Because the 2.5 is the 1.5.
Oh,
1.5.
yeah. I said that wrong.
Yeah.
But
it
is a US too.
Yeah.
2.75 millimeter needle.
I couldn't think of what it was though, but you said it.
Mm-hmm.
No. That can't be it.
Right.
I had a chair stitched by Oli Bag, and yes, it is completely Christmas, but that was because it was a Christmas sock. Again, it is fingering weight vanilla sock for my husband, so it's still on the US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needle with 72 stitches. And okay, so that sock had 16 rows. This one has 18 rows of the cuff, which is part of my problem too. And then the slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset, and the wedge toe, right? So this is before the heel flap. So the heel flap down is what I did. And that was the first sock. So I did cast on the second sock. And I literally just picked up my stitches for the foot, for the gusset, I mean. So I'm not very far yet. And again, I don't know what this mini is from.
So this has never been shown before.
This one hasn't been.
Oh, okay.
That was all.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
a little bit further on this one than that one was.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the Mesa Skeins Santa's cookie jar, and it was a Advent that I bought from a D-Stash. I don't know what year it was, but. And where's my yarn? Oh, I shouldn't have done this. I put it in a little ball. So I still have quite a bit, actually. Like, I mean, it's kind of a tight ball. So I should have left it the way it was, like, you know, in the little cake.
Oh, yeah, but that's not going to knit the toe.
No.
The whole toe.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to run short
Mm-hmm.
a little bit, which is fine because, like I said, I didn't say this actually on this episode. I've said it before, though. But I'm going to knit myself a pair of socks that match it, but I'm going to have a different contrast. Like, I already have them all picked out. So the rest of this yarn is going to be for my sock. So, like, it's okay if I use some of this yarn for the heel because I know I'll still have enough for my socks because I only wear a US, like a women's size 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need that much yarn, especially when it comes to using a mini, which I can use the whole mini and not run out for my heels, toes, and cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably the last one he's going to get all 3 because I'm going to run out probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm like in a race to try to get this one to the toe so I can see.
Mm-hmm.
But I have 101 rows to go before I can get to the toe. So it's fine. It'll get done. My goal was to have it done by today. But I did other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not knitting wise, I just did other stuff in life, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
it's fine.
Excuse me. So the other sock I worked on is in this bag by Susan of Delightful Works, and I am knitting the Love Story sock pattern by Kay Litton, the Crazy Sock Lady, and I messed it up, so I modified it, and then I just went and modified it again. So it's based off of Kay Litton. I mean, it is her pattern. It is her pattern. I just messed it up first and modified it, and then second got lazy and modified it. So but it was one of my sock calls for temperature knitting, and I am using 2 hanks of yarn by the same dyer, and I'll tell you what they are in a minute. Can you hold them? So the navy blue one is Captain Frederick Whitworth of Cannon Hand Dyes, and it is the William Merino base, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and then the variegated color is also Cannon Hand Dyes in the Anne Elliott colorway, and those are Persuasion characters, Jane Austen. And so Love Story socks, perfect pattern. And here is, okay. So when I picked up the sock, I was in the slip stitch heel. So I finished the slip stitch heel, did the heel turn, and I have finished knitting the gusset decreases. So these are for me. So I have a Wear Woman's 10.5. So I just have to knit the foot, and so these stitches up here are the Crazy Sock Lady Love Story pattern. The first half of it. It's like a 16 round repeat, but the first 8 rows are on the first page, and I assumed that was all there was. So I only did 8 rounds of the repeat, 8 rounds, 8 rounds, 8 rounds, right? So instead of the full 16 rounds. So I think these little like butterfly stitches offset. Mine are stacked. And then I did the slip stitch heel, flap, and turn, and picked up for the gusset stitches. And then started knitting on the front of the sock, and I was like, I gave up on the butterfly stitch. The butterfly stitch is not hard. I just didn't want to think that hard. So I just kept the rest of the pattern without the butterfly stitches. So I still like it. It looks pretty. Mm-hmm. And I knew I would like it because I like the way the stripes lift on the back of the foot. So, and I can't remember if Kay's pattern had you work the butterfly pattern on the back and I just didn't. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, I could see doing this again for another, like for a whole stripy sock.
Mm-hmm. I find that we wear holes a little too quickly in socks because we only wear them. Like, we have all different heights of socks. Holden doesn't want long socks. So we have all different heights of socks. So that's all we wear, and we wear them in our shoes. We wear anytime basically. So we wear holes in ours, and I also just wash and dry them. So
I don't dry my socks. That doesn't bother. I hang dry them. Yeah,
it doesn't bother me because I know I'm gonna want to knit more socks anyways, and I don't mind fixing socks if I need to. So I know it would bother some people. I'm not one of those people. Yeah. I take care of the sweaters, but I don't feel like I'm going to be knitting any patterned socks. Mm-hmm. Very much at all. I haven't, anyways. Mm-hmm. Other than the Selena socks, but the Selena socks I have it memorized, and I don't need to look the pattern at all. So that's basically a vanilla sock. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
that's your type of vanilla sock.
Yeah, they're so simple.
Because you can I've also knit like
6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, so. Yeah. That's the Selena socks from Nicole Enzinger. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, I thought I got lipstick on my bag. I have switched back to my temperature blanket knitting 30 minutes a day. So the socks will still get worked on. I just won't be using the temperature to dictate what I work on.
Alright, my last project is in this White Rose Fabco bag, and you guys have seen this so many times. I'm sure everyone's bored of it. I am now, because I'm like plain old knitting now. Mm-hmm. But this is a Stockholm by Petite Knit, and I forgot to put a stitch marker on. I was on this side, and I had literally just done the short rows, so...
What happened there?
Where? Oh, no. Well, that's like sticky stuff. I'm sure it will come off.
Okay.
I have 4 kids, guys. I don't care. Hopefully it comes off. It's acrylic yarn. It's fine. Anyways, I literally did like the short rows. So like from here to here, and that was it. And then the whole back. But this is where it's at now. So the reason it was put on hold was because I had to do math to figure out how many rows to do here. Which I figured out like that night or the day after, something like that. We recorded, and then I worked on it for like a day or 2. And then I put it down and didn't touch it again. So I did get quite a few inches done in the body. So I forget how many more inches I have to do, but I think it was 4 more inches altogether, and then do a 3-inch ribbing. But I got bored, and it got warm, and then I was like, I don't even want to knit on a sweater right now. So I didn't get very far, but I am knitting. I don't know what size I'm knitting, actually. Yes, I do. I'm knitting the smallest size. Whatever that is. Probably an extra small.
I think it is.
I think it is. But my gauge is far off of this pattern because I'm using worsted weight on a US 10.5, which is a 6.5 millimeter needle. I don't know exactly what my gauge is, but I know my gauge is off by a lot. Which is what I wanted. I wanted it to be a boxy, oversized sweater. So it's exactly what I wanted. And it's working up in a way that I wanted it to also. So we're good. But this is the Loops and Threads Impeccable Acrylic in the citron color. Like I said, y'all have seen this. Probably tired of it. I am too. I want it done, but I don't want to work on it.
That's how I feel about a lot of mine.
Yeah, I want to. Okay, well, you know why I want to work on those socks. Plus, the socks are on my March plans to finish. I wanted to finish 2 pairs of socks and Holden's Musselburgh hat. And I didn't touch I haven't touched the hat yet. The hat is downstairs.
Well, you still have more than half the month, so.
Well, I brought the hat with me yesterday, thinking I was going to be able to knit at the park.
We took the kids to the park. Yeah.
It was a park that was a little bit older than Isaac, you know. So like some parks are meant for a little bit older kids. He loved it. It was just an adult had to go with him because there are 2 different sections to the park. One was more little kid friendly, and the other one was more big kid friendly. And my baby thinks he is a big kid, so he thought he could do it. He could. It was scary. Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing him do it was scary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, let's go to the little one, dude. And he's like, okay. And then he's like, no, I want to go over there now. So, didn't get in it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. This project's been living in this bag by my friend Julie. I don't know where this bag came from, but she gave it to me. And I like it, so I use it. And it is the Poos Cafe by Thea Coleman, and I am using this yarn. What is it? Lucky Tweed?
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Tweed, and these 2 colors, which I do this every time. Light medium gray? No, just medium gray and Viridian. So this is one y'all have seen a lot too.
Not as much as mine, I feel like. My yarn's been through it, guys.
I did knit several inches. I'm about 2 inches away, or 1.5 inches away from where I want to split for the armholes. And but I do, like you, I get bored with this much just stocking it, knitting. Unless I'm reading subtitles, but I'm not currently watching anything foreign, so I'm not reading subtitles. But anyway, so that I did finish an entire ball of the Viridian, and then I just attached the first one that I started that was way too big, and I'm just knitting through this yarn here. So I will eventually need to get into that 3rd hank to finish off the Slipover.
I was gonna say, it looks like once you're done with this yarn, that's too much yarn though to just knit 2 inches. I was gonna say that looks like plenty to get around, but more than enough.
So, but anyway, I think I said a couple days ago, I'd like to have this finished to wear for St. Patrick's Day. But then I didn't work on it for 2 days after I said that. And I do that to myself all the time. Suggest that I should do something with my crafty time and then choose to do something else. But anyway, I am knitting. I don't remember what size I'm knitting. Well, I'll tell you when I'm finished what size I ended up knitting. But I know I went down a size from when I originally started. And I am using US 9 5.5 millimeter needles.
Sounds right. Yeah, because a 7 is a
4.5. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm doing. And that's it. Because the rest of the stuff I've worked on is... No, that's not true. I did work a little bit on my Christmas sweater, but it wasn't really a whole lot. So I'll show that after I make some more progress on it.
I finally ripped out those projects I said I was going to a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was annoying. One of them was like 2 strands of mohair. That one wasn't fun. Kept getting stuck, especially because it was ranunculus, so it had like a little bit of detail up here, so it kept getting caught. Kind of annoying. It was fine. I got done.
All right. Well, I haven't purchased anything.
I purchased stuff because Kay, the crazy sock lady, was knitting this Felici in her stories, and then I wanted it. So this is the Felici in the Santori color. This is why I made this order. So, bought that one, and then I bought 3 others because shipping was.
Did you only get 1 ball of each?
Yeah, I always do.
Oh, because it's just for yourself.
I just do, yeah.
Okay.
I don't knit, hold, and pleat you. You'd wear a hole through them quick. But then I got ribbon candy. And then I think this one's Sebastian. This one's Sebastian. And Beach Cruiser. So I also went through and like picked out, here, I'll take them back. Picked out minis to match with all of them, you know. So I'll hand them back to you just with their mini. So these are all on hand, you know, so they're good.
You pulled from your stash?
Yep. Then I got these 2. That one's not a perfect match.
That still looks good.
No, I think they're cute.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
So this is why you're working through your socks, because you want to cast these on.
Yes, I told myself I had to finish 2 socks if I wanted to cast on my own socks. So I think I'm going to cast those 2 on first.
Okay.
But I also have 4 needles. As soon as I finish that sock, Holden sock, I have 4 needles available, so I could technically cast them all on. So if I come back next time with 4 brand new socks for myself.
Don't cast them all on.
Why not?
Because he's asked for longer ankles, right?
I did that.
For only 2 pairs, right?
No, the last couple I
okay.
I changed how I was knitting his socks because he originally said he wanted them short, like the socks, the store-bought socks that he had.
Yeah.
But then, because he just wore like the ankle ones, you know. But then he like came back.
Oh, okay.
But I had already noticed the problem, and I was like, those are too short. I need to knit them a little taller. So I already started knitting them taller, like.
Gotcha.
So all the socks from like summer of last year are taller.
Oh, okay.
And on. But he didn't realize that because he was still wearing the older ones.
Gotcha.
He didn't realize that I switched it up.
Gotcha.
So.
All right.
Plus, I have 3 other socks on the needles for him right now, I think. So.
That's what I was going to say. Finish those that you already have on the needles.
Well, I really want to cast these on.
I know.
Like,
all right.
I told him. I did buy those too.
Oh.
I went to Joann's. I was hoping to get yarn for a province top. I wanted Kobu or something like Kobu to knit one more oversized than what I have in the past because I've already knit 2. But they didn't have it, so I went and looked at books instead, and I saw this one. It's just paper piecing. I thought it was interesting. So I grabbed that. And then they had one just cross stitch. This was the only one they had in the whole store. So I was like, I don't know if she wants it, but I'm going to grab it for her anyways. So
I didn't have it, so yes.
It is 2025. So I figured she was not going to Joann's.
Nah.
At all. Like she had no desire, nothing. I love that one. It's so cute.
That is cute.
Plus, I knew if I'm like, hey, I want to look at your Just Cross Stitch magazines, she'd let me. So.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I'm going to grab it. She don't want it, I'll keep it, you know, so didn't bother me.
Look at that. Come back later. I'm too busy procrastinating.
Yeah. I knew you had, I think I picked you up the fall one and a winter one.
There's a biscornu in it. Wait.
A what?
Biscornu. I think I'm saying that. Right there.
That thing? I don't know what that is.
I want to stitch one. And then you hand sew it together.
Oh.
And then it's like a little pin cushion or something. I really don't know a whole lot about it.
I don't know. There's also a gnome in there that I liked.
Oh.
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
I showed you it too.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
There was a bird. Oh, this is why I saw this one. This is what made me like decide to get it.
Oh yeah,
that's I was like, look, she would like that one.
Mm-hmm.
that was the final one that I saw, and I was like, yeah, I'm grabbing it. Cause I flipped through it real quick, and I was like, I don't know how much she would care about this one, but there is a gnome. I was trying to find it real quick. I have like, how many gnome cross stitches do I have?
I don't know.
I have quite a few. It's kind of a problem. I don't see it. Oh,
there it is. What does it say? Gnome saying.
No, it was cute. I had to grab it. Okay, yeah. It was the last one.
All right. Well, I think that's it. We do have We're going to pull some prizes from the Finish at 9 text channel and the Discord group in April. The beginning of April. Yeah. Yes. Yes, the beginning of April. So keep posting your pictures in there. And that's it, I guess. Thank you all so much for your kind comments last time. And thank you for being here. And just, we appreciate it. All right, we'll be back.
Yep.
About 7 to 10 days. All right.
Bye.